Hey there, movie buff. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into the world of one of my all-time favorite actresses, the legendary Julia Roberts. Over the years, Julia Roberts has given us countless memorable performances, from iconic romantic comedies to intense dramas. She has truly captured our hearts with her immense talent and infectious mind. Now grab some popcorn and get ready to count Julia Roberts' movies absolutely cannot miss. Trust me when I say it was tough narrowing down the list because every Julia Roberts movie is a gem. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Mystic Pizza. Those expecting a fantasy movie that somehow involves pizza may be let down by Mystic Pizza, but those looking for an enjoyable coming-of-age movie will find things to like. The title isn't actually that misleading either, given the film set in Mystic, Connecticut, and its main characters who live there and work in a pizza parlor. Julia Roberts played one of these main characters, with the film ultimately serving as something of a breakout role for her, given Mystic Pizza's success and the fact that it was one of her earliest movies. It doesn't do much that other romantic dramedies centering on young people hadn't already done, but it's an overall pleasant watch. And sometimes a film being comforting and largely relaxing is enough.
I needed a little vacation from law school.
In other words, you're being a bum.
And who can forget Closer at number 9? Given Closer revolves around relationships and was directed by Mike Nichols, who made many dramedies. One might be forgiven for assuming this 2004 film would approach rom-com territory, but watching the film makes it apparent right away that this is not going to be one of the lighter romance-centered movie featuring Julia Roberts, not by a long shot. It's about two unhappy couples and what happens when various instances of cheating overlap and cause all four people to become tragically entangled. It houses one of Roberts' best performances, and the acting from the rest of the main cast, Jude Law, Natalie Portman, and Clive Owen, is also incredibly strong, ensuring Closer is a difficult to watch yet undoubtedly powerful movie.
Tim,
No, I was talking to a woman.
how do you know?
Believe me, she was a woman. I got a huge... She was a woman. She wasn't, was she?
Coming in at number 8 is August, Osage County. August, Osage County is directed by John Wells. The film stars are Meryl Streep, Eva McGregor, and Abigail Breslin. The death and funeral of their father brings three sisters to the home of their mother, Violet, Meryl Streep, an acid-tongue, pill-popping cancer patient. Daughters Barbara, Julia Roberts, Karen, Juliette Lewis, and Evie, Julianne Nicholson, along with their significant others and various other kin, take the full brunt of their dysfunctional matriarch's venom, for Violet tells every one of them exactly what she thinks of them.
In fact, they are.
What's wrong with India?
Why can't you just call people what they want to be called?
Let's just call the dinosaurs native.
We can't talk about Julia Roberts without mentioning her stunning portrayal in Erin Brockovich. Erin Brockovich is directed by Steven Soderbergh. The film stars are Albert Finney, Aaron Eckhart, and Marge Helgenberger. Erin Brockovich is a woman in a tight spot. Following a car accident in which Erin is not at fault, Erin pleads with her attorney Ed Mastery to hire her at his law firm. Erin stumbles upon some medical records placed in real estate files. She convinces Ed to allow her to investigate, where she discovers a cover-up involving contaminated water in a local community which is causing devastating illness among its residents.
Excuse me, Teresa, is it? There are no holes in my research.
At number 6, we have the heartwarming comedy My Best Friend's Wedding. My Best Friend's Wedding is directed by P.J. Hogan. The film stars are Dermot Mulroney, Cameron Diaz, and Rupert Everett. Julia Roberts tackles the role of a lovable yet determined woman attempting to sabotage her best friend's wedding. It's a roller coaster of laughter and romance. A woman who, by a promise made years earlier, is supposed to marry her best friend in 3 weeks, even though she doesn't want to. When she finds out that he's marrying someone else, she becomes jealous and tries to break off the wedding.
This is my whole life's happiness. I have to be Ruth.
Halfway through our list, we find Notting Hill. Notting Hill is directed by Roger Mitchell. The film stars are Hugh Grant, Hugh Bonneville, and Emma Chambers. William Thacker is a London bookstore owner whose humdrum existence is thrown into romantic turmoil when famous American actress Anna Scott appears in his shop. A chance encounter over spilled orange juice leads to a kiss that blossoms into a full-blown affair. As the average block and glamorous movie star draw closer and closer together, they struggle to conceal their radically different lifestyles in the name of love.
Oh, shit! Bugger!
God!
I'm so sorry. Here, let me...
Get your hands off!
Now get ready for number 4, Steel Magnolias. Steel Magnolias is directed by Herbert Ross. The film stars are Sally Field, Dolly Parton, and Shirley MacLaine. Emmeline is the mother of bride-to-be Shelby Eatonton, and as friend Terry Jones, Dolly Parton fixes the woman's hair for the ceremony. They welcome a helping hand from aspiring beautician Anela Dupai de Soto Daryl Hannah. Diabetic Shelby has a health scare which is averted but doesn't bode well for her hopes of having children. Time passes and the woman and their friends encounter tragedy and good fortune, growing stronger and closer in the process.
If I could adopt one, I would, but I can't. I'm going to have a baby.
In the bronze medal spot, we have Sleeping with the Enemy. Sleeping with the Enemy is directed by Joseph Ruben. The film stars are Patrick Bergin, Kevin Anderson, and Kyle Secker. After faking her death in order to flee from her violent husband, Martin, Laura Bernay, Julia Roberts leaves Cape Cod and moves to Iowa, where she adopts a new identity and starts dating a local teacher, Ben Woodward, Kevin Anderson. Martin, meanwhile, unearths evidence suggesting that she's not dead, and when her mother confirms this, he tracks her to Iowa. He finds Laura and Ben and confronts them, forcing her to fight for her life once again.
What's your name? Where are you from?
A lot of questions.
Now, the silver medal goes to Wonder. Wonder is directed by Stephen Chbosky. The film stars are Owen Wilson, Jacob Tremblay, and Isabella Vidovich. Born with facial differences that, up until now, have prevented him from going to mainstream school, Augie Pullman becomes the most unlikely of heroes when he enters the local 5th grade. As his family, his new classmates, and the larger community all struggle to discover their compassion and acceptance, Augie's extraordinary journey will unite them and prove you can't blend in when you were born to stand out.
And when someone acts small, you just have to be the bigger person, right?
Right.
And finally, drumroll please. The gold medal of Julia Roberts movies goes to none other than Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman is directed by Gary Marshall. The stars are Richard Gere, Ralph Bellamy, and Jason Alexander. In this modern update on Cinderella, a prostitute and a wealthy businessman fall hard for one another, forming an unlikely pair. While on a business trip in LA, Edward Richard Gere, who makes a living buying and breaking up companies, picks up a hooker, Vivian, Julia Roberts, on a lark. After Edward hires Vivian to stay with him for the weekend, the two get closer, only to discover there are significant hurdles to overcome as they try to bridge the gap between their very different worlds.
Vivian, it really wouldn't be like that.
How would it be?
And there you have it, my friends, the top 10 Julia Roberts movies that will leave you entertained, inspired, and wanting more. Trust me, each one is a cinematic delight. Well, that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through Julia Roberts' incredible filmography. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below with your favorite Julia Roberts film. Until next time, movie lovers, stay tuned for more exciting content and remember to always keep that popcorn popping.